Hey all, welcome to the theme breakdown with Tweety. Here at Oregon Camp Cedarbrook, we have a general theme, and then each day we have a daily theme that is part of that general theme. And normally we get to go through that at pre-camp training, but this year, due to the circumstances that we're all in, we are unable to do that. So each week we're going to be releasing a different video about the daily theme for campers and staff, so that they can join us on this journey and then get excited for what's going to be happening at camp. So our overall theme this year is the fine print, and in that we're going to be studying the names of God. I'm particularly excited about it because I really think it gave me a good look at who God is and what he stands for in the middle of all the circumstances that are going on in the world. So the very first theme, daily theme, is God is God, and it's focused on God's deity. So some of the names that come from that are the name Yahweh, which means Lord, Elohim, which means God, and Adonai, which means Lord or Master. And in Deuteronomy, it says this. Deuteronomy 10:17 says, "For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great, the mighty, and the awesome God." It struck me because sometimes I think we forget who God is. We forget that he is in control of everything, that he is the supreme of everything, that he made you, that he made me, and that he is Lord over all of it. And to start off a week that way with saying, look, in the middle of all that's going on in the world, God is still God. No matter the circumstances, no matter what you're going through, God is still God. That has not changed from the beginning of time, and it will not change until the end of time. It will go on and on and on forever. And in that we can have hope, which is confident anticipation, because we know that God is God. And I think it's something that we say all the time, oh, God is God, Lord is Lord, he's still on the throne, when in reality, do we actually understand it and think about it? What does it mean when we say God is God? What does it mean to you? Does it give you hope? Does it give you peace? Maybe it gives you joy. What does it give you? For me, it gives me this utter sense of I'm going to be okay because God is still God. There's this story in the Bible about Elijah and the prophet of Baal. Baal. Yes, the prophets of Baal. And it's about basically a throwdown match between God and this false god. And it's in 1 Kings 18, and it talks about what happens. And Elijah said to the prophets of Baal, like, I bet you my God's better. Guess what? And so they had a match off. The prophets of Baal built this big altar. They sang and danced and prayed to their God, and nothing. Absolutely nothing. Then Elijah built his offering and his altar, and he doused it with water. And then he prayed to God. And this is what he says, "Answer me, O Lord, answer me, that this people may know that you, O Lord, are God, and that you have turned their hearts back again." And then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt offering, the wood, the stones, and the dust, and licked it up. And licked up all the water that was in the trench. When the people saw it, they fell on their faces and they said, "The Lord is God. The Lord is God." God showed his supreme power. He took up everything, even water. We know that water is the safest place to be when there's fire. And yet here God showed his immense power and licked it all up. And it just goes back to show that when we come to God, Do we see him as a deity? Do we see him as Lord of all? Because he is. And that's what I want you to take away on day one. God is God. No matter what you're going through, he has not changed. He is still here, and he is still sitting on the throne. And that should offer you comfort and hope in a time when there's a lot of unrest and uncertainty. So may you take this week and enjoy and revel in the fact that God is God. He is the supreme deity, and that he still sits on the throne. And he will always sit there. And we can have joy and hope in that. God bless, my friends.